I just spent $20 renting a movie. This is what this quarantine has done to me.
Yay!
So Trolls World Tour is the sequel to 2016's DreamWorks animated film, Trolls. I almost called it Trolls 2, but that's something a little different.
Oh my god!
So in this installment, our main characters, Poppy and Branch, learn about the different music factions, that there's other trolls around, and they all represent different music. Pop, rock, techno, country, and funk. I like funk. Funk's good stuff. I didn't want to go too much in depth into this review because you guys may want to see this for yourself, but I just wanted to talk about a few things that I liked and maybe disliked, but keeping it spoiler free, I promise. First thing I wanted to say is that I really did like this sequel. I think it's on the same level as the first one, and I really liked the first one. I thought it was bright and colorful, and the songs were fun, and the animation is quite nice. Plus the voice actors with the characters are having such a good time that it really is a likable movie. And the same goes with this one. Lots of the same actors and actresses are back, like Justin Timberlake and Anna Kendrick as Poppy is always fantastic. And I like the new characters too. They have Rachel Bloom as the new villain. She's the head of the Rock clan and that wants to take over everything. She's really fun. She's over the top and ridiculous, but so is everybody in these movies, which I think works. It works for little children to keep them entertained, but it's not over the top and ridiculous that adults can't appreciate it too, unlike something like Hotel Transylvania, which is just way too over the top and ridiculous, and I think it's only for children. One thing that they did do is put like some big name people in this movie, and they weren't in it for very long. Kelly Clarkson was the head of the country clan, and she had one song and then maybe one or two lines, and that was kind of it with her. They had Sam Rockwell as one of the country people, and I mean, he's fantastic. He's actually in it for a little bit. And then, of course, Ozzy Osbourne as the father of the Rock clan. I mean, how could you not have him in that? But of course, it's Ozzy Osbourne, and he just kind of sits there and just says, rock and roll, and the things Ozzy says. I mean, was it worth it? Yes. Yes, it was. It was kind of funny that they have him in there. And same with George Clinton as the head of the funk clan. And it's so cool to see him because, I mean, yeah, when you think of funk, you think of George Clinton. So I thought this was neat. I think the songs were a little better because the point of this was about music, where the first movie was just about kind of happiness and kind of a survival and save the day. This was more about music. It was all about music. I think that's what the Trolls movies should have been with in the first place. A fault that I can give it though is that maybe there's a little too many characters. There's a lot to keep track of. I think they released some like toys. I saw a commercial right after I watched the movie about these troll dolls, and there were like different ones with like the ones that were connected, and they all had names, and I'm like, these people have names? They're barely in the movie. They're barely even in the first movie, I think, but there's a lot of people to keep track of. I think maybe with multiple watches I can keep track of them, but there's a lot. The heads of the clans is who you really have to keep track of, and of course the main characters like Poppy and Branch. But other than that, I mean, there's just too many characters, and it's a lot. Another thing I'll say about this is that the message is a little in your face. It's too obvious. As I said before, the colorful animation and the characters can be good for both adults and children, but the message is a little too childish. I mean, you can figure it out like that. It's pretty easy. Does that kill everything from the movie? No, I don't think so, but it is pretty in your face. They're not subtle about it in any way, shape, or form. Also, why'd the Rock Clan have to be the bad guys? I mean, I like rock music. I thought it was all about harmony and loving and having fun. Like, why? Just why? Sometimes with certain movies, I feel kind of like a child. You put bright colors in front of me and a shiny object, and I'm kind of enthralled, and I kind of lose focus on the things that I could really nitpick. Like the story, for example. The story does kind of unravel at certain points, and there are lots of people that could really nitpick that and say, well, that didn't really make any sense. Why didn't they explain that before? And there's lots of things that could have been explained in the first movie and they kind of just throw away from the first movie. I can't really tell you because it would kind of give certain things away, but like for the land, for example, the land that they all live in with the different types of music, none of this is explained in the first movie, obviously, and then suddenly, hey, here it is. Does it kill everything from the first movie? No, but does it kill everything in this movie? No, either, because it's something that you have to do sometimes. Even certain DreamWorks movies, I can think of like maybe the Shrek films or something. Always bringing up the Shrek films, aren't you, Dickie Poo? But that's the best example I could think of. That there's a bunch of things that they just don't talk about before, and then suddenly in the next movie, it's there. So this is the same concept, but at least here, I feel like it works. I feel like it makes sense that they only did pop music. The leader's called Poppy. Did it not make sense to you? The animation I always have to talk about is fantastic. It's probably one of the most colorful movies you're ever going to see. Just like the first movie was very colorful, this one just takes it to another level. I mean, it's so bright, it's so colorful, it is so... makes you happy. I mean, that's the best way to say it. It makes you happy. I liked it. I thought it was really cute. As I said, it's probably on the same level as the first Trolls movies for me. Is it my favorite animated movie in the world? No, not at all. Granted, the first one really isn't either. I like the Trolls movies. I think they're fun DreamWorks films. Not the greatest thing in the world, but oh well. Doesn't have to be. I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. If you like the first movie, you're probably going to like this one. But it's not going to be the most mind-blowing thing that you ever seen. As I said before, I wanted to keep this video pretty short and sweet and especially spoiler-free because I'm sure a lot of you guys haven't seen this movie yet. But I did want to give a quick review of my thoughts about what I liked and disliked about it and so on. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I do have a question. What is your favorite style of music? Is it rock, country, pop, hip-hop, classical? Who knows? Let me know in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, cartoon discussions, and anything else I can come up with. Now, if you'll excuse me, I want to go back to bed. Quarantine!